YouTube, what's up? Let's just make sure, because I know, oh no. Let's just make sure everything is right in terms of volume. It should. Knocking shit over. Okay, listen, YouTube. What's up? I'm back. I just wanted to come on here and just speak very candidly and very openly about the way I feel when it comes down to like just us glowing up and us just doing more for ourselves. And it's so crazy because I don't even need that light. I'm sitting in my own studio, which is a recording studio that was built out of my old place. And pretty much I'm an entrepreneur. And I think a lot of us as Black women, we are entrepreneurs. And sometimes we're afraid to be that. Going into 2020, I'm going to be the best version of myself possible. I've been better versions of myself before. I've challenged myself more. I've done a lot. But now I'm in a place where I want to do more. And to be honest with you, the reason why I say it like that is because a lot of times we get stuck kind of in a routine. And I feel like the majority of my 20s was kind of a routine where most of it was consumed with corporate America and wasting 40 to 50 hours a week at a company, which is really more like 60 hours because you had travel. And it's like, I start to realize the value of life and just the things that I want to get accomplished. And one of the things that I recognize is like, I'm an entrepreneur, so I have to step into my purpose in a very different manner. I can't continue to wait on people to make things happen because I want some sort of team. I have to be willing to go at it myself and go at it alone and really attack it to get something. Like, for example, there's a lot going on in the New Year's, where I live, and a lot of what's happening is young entrepreneurs putting together parties and events and making good money and really establishing themselves. And even though being a promoter is not the most glamorous job for me, I think that it's one of the streams of income in the multiple streams of income plan. So it's no longer good enough for me to just work every day. I need to make sure that my business is making money. I need to launch my other business. I need to invest in some real estate. And if promoting is something that can bring me a couple $1,000s every weekend, then I need to be doing that too. I think one of the things that we do as Black women and as women, forget as Black women, as women, one of the things that we do is that puts us at a disadvantage to other more successful women and or men is that we don't diversify our portfolio and we don't have enough streams of income. We're relying on the job and maybe a husband or a boyfriend, and that's not good enough. And it's mostly because if you want freedom and to be able to move autonomously, you need to have your own money. You need to have your own capital. You need to be able to do more with your life. So for me, I'm not really satisfied with just mediocrity anymore. I'm not satisfied with just having a job and a little weekend. Like, I have to get real money this year. And we can't get real money if we're sitting around here worried about what people think and worried about people's attitudes and worried about people's fears. I want to tell all of you guys, like, fear is a liar. Fear is the biggest liar. Fear is the feeling that you feel before you attain greatness. Fear is a feeling that comes to you right before you challenge yourself and step into a new purpose, a higher purpose. So being fearful does not benefit you. It does not benefit me. It does not benefit the people around you. It does not benefit your family. It doesn't benefit the future kids you're going to have, because I don't have children. But it doesn't benefit your current kids. It doesn't benefit your friends. Fear is something that no mogul can be fearful. No entrepreneur can be fearful, and nobody who really wants to accomplish anything in life can have fear that stops them from getting shit accomplished. So as Black women, we need to be less fearful. This year, 2020, is all about me leveling up, yes, but just going back to the place I was a couple years ago where I wasn't so fearful. Like I love to take a risk and I love to get the reward. There is no reward without risk. And once you recognize that, you'll realize that risk is the only way to accomplish any of your goals in life. So as Black women, we can't continue to be scared to do things. If you need to leverage your money to make more money, then you need to do that. If you need to get a promotion at work, then you need to open up your mouth and speak up. Closed mouths don't get fed. And that is a hardcore rule of mine. I consider myself pretty hardcore. And to be honest with you, closed mouths don't get fed. No one's giving you anything that you didn't express interest in. And that's life. So we need to speak more intently about the things that we want to accomplish as Black women. We need to speak more confidently about the things that we intend to accomplish. We need to be more adamant about our goals. They don't have to be demands, but we need to be more adamant about our goals. And only until we do that can we have certain levels of success. I look around and it's like, it's so crazy because I'm throwing a New Year's Eve party, and I just made the decision to throw this New Year's Eve party because somebody that I'm seeing decided that, it was a good idea to throw a New Year's Eve party. He mentioned it to me 2 weeks ago, and I'm just sitting there waiting until, I'm waiting for him to make something happen. I'm waiting for him to sit there and create this party and create this atmosphere by which we can make money, and it's not happening. So I decided to call the venue myself, and I made it happen. And that's all we can do. All we can do is go at things ourselves and make shit happen. We can't sit here and wait for someone who is more fearful than us to create something and create an avenue and a lane for us. We have to be fearless and we have to go get what we want. And only then can you have the life you want and the man that you want and the family that you want and the accolades that you want if you're doing what you want. I'm going to always do what I want. And what I want to do is make money. It's 2020 and I'm back to being bands. And at the end of the day, it's like, if I can't make $1, I don't want to do it. So as I see it, I have to promote this party and I have to make it happen because the idea was put in my head, and I'll be disappointed if I have to pay for someone else's New Year's Eve party. So I'll be throwing a New Year's Eve party. And so what I did was, rather than rely on that person who pitched me the idea, I just called up several of my other homeboys who are businessmen who understand the value of leveraging their money, rather than be fearful and sit here and wait for this man who is obviously very fearful in his approach to life because he hasn't achieved much. Rather than wait for him, a person who's already fearful, I have to go over to the side of risk takers, friends and family that I consider like tight, thick as thieves, my boys from college, and go with some risk takers because I'll be barefoot with no money and with 3 kids strapped to my hip, and that's not for me. Looks like it says your connection is unstable. Here we go. Something must have happened with the connection. It must have been unstable for a moment. Let me see. Let me just make sure that I'm on the right connection too, because I just have a while. Should be. Oh no, I'm not. Oh, that must be the reason. Hopefully it doesn't give out again, because I shouldn't even be on this internet connection. I should be on a different one. Hold on, let me switch it up to you guys. Give me a second. I'm sorry, guys. Let me switch it back to my shit, because. All right, perfect. Okay, we're still here. I had to switch to a better internet connection because turns out I was using the one for the building. All right, guys, here's what I want to say too is like, I don't know. I don't have all the answers to anything. All I'm going to do on this channel is just show you what it's like to level up, and I'm going to show you how I go about doing it. I'm not going to preach to anybody. I'm going to make comments, yeah. I'm going to say some funny things, yeah. I kind of got a slick mouth, so I might say some slick shit. But for the most part, I support my Black women and my Black men and my Black entrepreneurs. And I also support my women of all colors, because we have to do more in this world to be acknowledged, recognized, and appreciated. And in order for me to get the types of the lifestyle that I want, because I want a certain lifestyle and I've been working towards it my whole life. In order for me to get that lifestyle, I really need to level up. And in order for me to level up, I can't be in a mind state where I'm fearful, and I can't be surrounded by people who are constantly instilling fear into me. You know, if a venue says it costs $800 to throw a party in their venue, to me, that's good pricing. And I can't sit around a man who thinks that he can get the price down. We're not going to always fight to get the price down. Sometimes we're going to respect people's prices because this person who has the venue is also a man of color, and I'm going to respect his price because it's so cheap. And we don't need to drive the price down. What we need to do is we need to step up to the challenge, pack out the party, and make real money so that the price is not an issue. But you see, that's the difference between a person who's fearful and not knowledgeable about how to get something done, as opposed to a person like me who takes serious risks and doesn't care. I'm going to get things done. I walk before I look. That's me. And maybe that's foolish, but that's the only way to be if you want to be great in this capitalist society, because that's what we're in. And so if money is of any importance to you, then risks have to be just as important to you. That's just what it is. Another thing is like, as Black women, we need to now, I think one of the things I want to do this year is just, I want to keep very good energy around me. I mean, I have a lot of great people that I don't keep around me. And then I have a lot of not so great people that have become like my projects. And I guess I am a barbed builder, as they would say. So I'm always building something with someone or trying to help someone get to the next level. And here I am suffering as a result of that. But not to say that I'm suffering, because I'm not suffering. I feel like I've done enough. This is where I'm at. I feel like I've done enough. I'm not fed up because I'm not watching 3 and 4 kids with no man in the house. I'm 33 years old. I'm young and happy. So to be honest with you, I'm not really fed up as much as I'm like easing back from some choices I made, which is like, I'm happy to help people grow their brands if there's something in it for me, but no more can I leverage myself out for other people with no return. And that's really where I'm at. 2020, it's all about me. We can't be afraid to be selfish. We have to say, you know what? Being selfish is what's going to get me to the next level. And until we do that, we're going to always be at the mercy of someone else because people are making decisions that benefit them. So you need to be making a decision that benefits you. It is not your job to be anyone's mother, sister, cousin, aunt, grandmother. It's not your job unless that really is your title. Other than that, we don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody anything. I don't owe anybody anything. We owe it to ourselves to be great. We owe it to ourselves to step into our purpose. We owe it to ourselves to surround ourselves around good energy. We owe it to ourselves to love with all of our heart. We owe it to ourselves to open ourselves up to people and invite people in, which is another thing I didn't do so well over the last year. This last year has been about me sitting and contemplating and just getting to the next level and just staying afloat, kind of. And so for the last year, all I've done is just assess my situation and how I'm going to move it to the next level. And so for me, this next year, I don't even have time to sit down and think about shit like that. I just need to keep full steam ahead. I needed to keep going, and I don't have time to keep thinking about how shit is going to affect other people. I'm pretty much going to do what I want, and I'm going to make shit happen in a way that it benefits me, because that's what everybody else is doing, what benefits them. I think as Black women, once we learn how to do what benefits us, and I'm sure a lot of us do it, like, yo, we know how to go and get our hair done, we know how to get our nails done, and we know how to buy clothes, everything that benefits our appearance. But what about your bank account? If you're with a guy and he can't pay half the bills, I don't give a damn whether you've been with him for 10 years. I don't care. The minute he can't pay half, at least half, because he should be paying the whole thing. But the minute he can't pay half, you get rid of him. You can't pay half, you can't be here. Gotta go. Because I'm expecting someone in 2020, I'm actually expecting the type of man who's going to come into my life and just really make things easy for me. And that is an expectation that I'm allowed to have because I've had that before. I've had gentlemen come in my life and make my life easy. It's not the same as a sugar daddy, even though it could be a sugar daddy too. Like, no shade. Like, I'm down for a sugar daddy too. I want a sugar daddy. But we also want men who are so invested in us. I mean, like, if you're a woman who has serious confidence, then you know that there's 3 or 4 men that would do anything for you. Leverage them. Leverage them for whatever you can do. And it's not all about money, because the sugar daddy will give you money. You'll get money from whoever is going to give you money. But sometimes leveraging the men in your life who are pretty much obsessed with you is almost the way to step up as well. That's another avenue by which we could level up. Right? Like, this venue that I'm getting, it helped me to say, like, I know this person, even though this person is not really contributing too much and they're fearful. It helped to say that, because that keeps my price at a certain place. You know what else? It's like, anything that you get is mine. So I like to keep gentlemen around that really do love me and really do respect me and really just want to be with me, because at the end of the day, they will do anything for me. And once you start, look, let me be honest with you. Once you stop chasing and you get a man who is ready to pretty much assist you in all matters of leveling up your life, then you'll understand what I mean. You don't have time to consider the opinions of people who aren't contributing to you, and of men who are not really uh, sound in mind, sound in finance, and sound in approach. I mean, I pretty much am only going to surround myself with men who are on the same level I'm at in terms of wanting to get more money and wanting to be an entrepreneur. Same thing with women. I don't surround myself with women unless they think like I do. I'm sorry. I'm too grown to and too old. I've been grown for a long time, but at this point, at 33, I'm ready to move forward. And I just don't have the time for people that don't think like me. If you're a person who is okay with your mediocre job and being an assistant to someone else, then you're not my type. You're not my cup of tea. If you're a person who's okay with just working your construction job and making $150 a day, then you mean you are not compatible. And I'm done trying to be compatible with people that by which I'm not compatible. Certain people I'm just not compatible with, and the kind of person I am, because I have a big heart, I always try to find something that we can connect on, and I always try to connect with people that are really out of my where I'm really out of their league. Um, and it's always foolish because it bites me in the ass. Right now, I'm not really in a high place in society. I'm kind of just a working class person. I don't consider myself working class. I consider myself, because of the kind of money I make, I'm middle class, but I've always seen myself as working class because there's no safety net. And until there's a safety net, I don't consider myself middle class. So I can't hang out with people that are destitute and people that are in a position that they're going to, lose their SNAP benefits. But like shit like that is just, I can't, and you can't either. Um, Leveling up is about surrounding ourselves with people that inspire us, not with people that bring us down to a destitute state, and not with people who are downtrodden and sad. I hate downtrodden and sad people. Um, a lot of people are downtrodden and sad, and they want you to be right there with them. A lot of people are dying for the day that a person like myself or a person like you, wonderful Black woman, gets set back so that they can attach themselves to your failures, so that they can say, well, look, she is human, actually. She's failed too. But the thing with me is I don't wallow in self-pity, so I won't be down for long. And the minute that the minute that I rise up, it's like, have you ever seen a whale come out of the water and just emerge out of the water? And what's the first thing that you notice when that whale emerges out of the water? Fish. All of these fish and all of these leeches and fish that are on this whale's body are just being shed because they can no longer sustain themselves as parasites on this whale that has emerged from the water to the air. They can't handle it. They were good when they were underneath the water, attached to this whale's body, eating off this whale and sustaining their life off this whale and all of the whatever plankton or whatever the fuck they call it that the whale offers to the ecosystem. And then what they realized was that, oh shit, this whale is going up in life. This whale is about to emerge into an environment by which we're not comfortable, and we have no choice because we can't even survive in that atmosphere. We're just not even on that level. We can't even emerge from the water for more than we can't even emerge from the water for more than 5 seconds without knowing that we're out of our league. And that is the definition of what out of the league looks like. Now that you're a whale, you won't be able to entertain those fish and all of those small circles. You're going to emerge and shed dead weight. And it's going to happen in a way that benefits you, and you have to let it happen. And then you can't go back into that water looking for those same fish. Other fish will attach themselves to you, don't get me wrong. But you can't keep going back looking to help people that don't want to be helped, looking to do things for people that don't want to do things for themselves. They've proven themselves several times to you. And now what you have to do is prove that you're that bitch, and you have to step into your purpose and get your paper. That's what I'm doing in 2020. I will be stepping into my purpose. I will be getting my paper. No one's going to stop me, and no one better stop you. Don't worry about this. It's an old sweater. I'll give it to him. I'll take it off. Like, another thing is, I'm very happy with my body, but that doesn't mean that things can't change. I'm very happy with my body, but does that mean that things can't change? No. So I'm going to be working out with a trainer tomorrow morning. And now I have a personal trainer that I love. Her name is Tanya, and she's very fire. I just joined a gym because I hadn't worked out in a gym since March 1st. And so my toe was broken. So I just joined the gym on December 1st. And now I'm back in the gym, ready to work out. This person I'll be working out with tomorrow is a trainer at the gym that just hit me up because I just joined. But for the most part, I'm not really looking to sit on my ass in 2020. I'm looking to be so busy that the those that are leeching and those that are attaching themselves with their bad energy can't even find me. I mean, like, I'm fucking gone. Like, I have disappeared. I have such a potty mouth too. I've disappeared. I'm gone. There is no finding me. There is no getting in touch with me. Like, call my assistant. That's really where I will be by the summer. And leveling up, like I say, leveling up is not just about getting the bag from this dude. It's also about changing your life so that more dudes want to give you the bag. The more leveled up you are, it's so crazy how like rich people get everything for free. And how celebrities get everything for free. And that is the definition of being leveled up. People want to give you more, and people want to do more for you when they see the benefits, when they see how it's changed your life and how it's impacted you. If they can't look around and say like, oh my God, she's doing better than she was last year, then people don't want to jump on your wave. And that's something I've recognized this last year. I made a conscious effort to not do anything because I wanted to just sit down and see what other people could accomplish for themselves. But of course, nothing was done. And it made me realize that I made the right choice. So our job as Black women is to level ourselves up. You don't owe anyone anything. Be selfish. Be selfish now so you can get what you want later. And if you wait for later, you'll never get what you want. If you're always waiting for later and later and later to be selfish, you'll never get what you want. It's so crazy because it's like people always say that to me, you're always waiting for later and later. That's why things don't happen. No, I'm waiting later and later for things on your agenda because your agenda is not my agenda. I'm doing everything for myself that pertains to myself right now. But when it comes to your agenda, no, I'm not going to move the earth for you. You can get your own agenda popping. You know how to do it, just like anybody else who has to work out here. I don't owe anybody. I'm not anyone's mammy, and I'm not anyone's mule. So no, I can't do it for you right now. I'll do it when I'm ready, when I have the capacity and when I'm bossed up and leveled up and I can just do it with a sweep of a pen or a phone call. Until then, I'm not doing any work for anybody that benefits them more than it benefits me. And that's just what it is. That's what 2020 is about. 2020 is about being selfish, right? And it's so crazy because it's like when I play, it's like, 2020 is about being selfish. 2020 is not about kissing anyone's ass. It's not about giving anybody more than what you give yourself. It's not about doing anything more for anybody than what you do yourself. It's like if somebody's bothering you, you get them out of your space right now. Like literally, I just had to kick Boy out the other night. And like when I kick Boy out, I pretty much let Boy know that, it's done for you because I say so. Because how I'm feeling right now, I don't want to feel that way the whole night or the weekend. So whatever we had planned is over. And you have a right to do that because you are a beautiful Black woman. You have a right to go for everything that you want and not think twice. You have a right to accomplish everything that's within your grasp and not give anything any attention unless it benefits you. And don't ever let anybody tell you that you're being selfish. because it's your job to be selfish. Someone should have taught them how to be selfish. You know, someone should have taught them how to get money and how to love themselves and how to be leveled up. But instead, they're coming to you for help because they don't know how to do it. So you know what you tell them? You tell them, so much shit tomorrow. I swear to God, everything loads so slow when you're doing this live video show. It's unbelievable. It's like I can't. Oh my God, I'm over it. Like I can't. Whatever. I try to play you guys a record, but it's not gonna work. Long story short, it's your job to be selfish. It's nobody else's job but yours to get what you want in life, and you'll never get what you want by waiting for someone else to help you get what you want. You know why? Because they want what they want, and they're gonna do what they need to get what they need for themselves. And until you can get what you need, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're gonna always do it in their best interest. I mean, I tell this to people, it blows their mind somehow when you say, "Oh no." Then when people say things like, "Oh no, but my grandma's gonna help me raise my kid. Oh no, but my mom's gonna help me," and then I say like, "What are you gonna pay your mom every week?" And then they say like, "No, she's just gonna help me." No, she's not, because it doesn't benefit her. And so you know what happens? In like a month, they call me and they're like, "Damn, I'm trying to find some daycare. What happened to your mom?" This is like my friends that have babies. What happened to your mom? Oh man, she said it was cool for like the first week, but then now she told me I need to pay someone. Well, of course, because it doesn't benefit her to raise your child. Like, how does that benefit her? You know what else too? You know what else too? Sometimes I feel like